Hi everybody, this is Gary Dema, Sentiment Timing, and this is our technical video report for Wednesday, May 28th, 2025. So we did see some selling today, and I'm showing you the SPY chart first because these are those wicks I was talking about. So when we got this pop up here, it just basically just looked to short or at least take a strangle trade, and we were working with IWM. It ended up working out pretty well again. If they, we got in and out of the put side a couple times and just left the calls. They expired worthless, but we made about $1,200 for the day. But in any case, so we got this little pop up, and then from then on, it was pretty much selling. We tested the moving average, got a bounce, and then came back down. But this is the wick that I'm talking about. So the first one's fulfilled. If we're going to fill the second one, we're looking at a move coming all the way down to the 578 level, which is these lows right here. So we're going to wait and see. But anybody that's that bet against these, as far as the last time we had them, they lost because that actually. Let me see something. Hang on one second. Okay, so these are the wicks that were going back on May 15th. So we got our first one that shot down, kept going up. Then we started getting these that shot down. And you can see every one of them got hit on this move here. We even went even lower than that on it. But in any case, these are, I don't know what they are. I have no idea what triggers them. But for some reason, they pop up on my charts. And when it does, we could go higher. But the thing is that they're going to come back down to where this wick is. And I'm not really sure what it is. So let's go to our regular charts. Hourly chart, let's just recap. 1, 2, 3, 4. If we're making new highs, wave 5. If we made the highs already, then it could be looked at like this, where here's our 4, and now we made our wave 5 here. And it's complete because we had the bearish divergences in place. I don't know. It doesn't really make a difference to me whether you have to. If it comes up here, I do believe if we need to make new rally highs, I do believe that the upside is going to be limited, and we may do just a chop zone until really the end of the beginning of the second week in June, and that's when I do believe the larger decline will take place. And as I said, once we complete this 5, whether it be we need to make a new high or we already made them, we should retrace anywhere from the 38, 50, 62, and sometimes even 72% retracements. So that's why I've been saying to be kind of, patient. We got a big majority of this move. Really, we started getting defensive when we were up here, and we got long down here. So it worked out good. If I have to miss the last, 2% or 1%, whatever it is, so be it. It doesn't make a difference to me because I'm pretty sure we're going to be buying somewhere down here, and we're going to stick with the stocks that. The quantum stocks, which I send out where you want to be looking to buy those. Those are people that are in the trade room. So, and I tell them not to, like I said, the first time I put those out, some of them are up 300%. A majority are up over 100%. And now you got everybody chasing them, so we'll wait for them to get forced out, and we'll buy them back again. And that's it. That's how we're going to work it. So anyway, these are your options. Either we're coming up, making a wave 5 and then retracing, or we already made it and we come back down and we do that retracement on it. Whatever way, upside I do believe is limited. And I do believe we're coming back down to test some of these levels here. 15-minute chart. This was that big gap up. We had buyers step in right at the 50-day moving average on the 15-minute chart. We had sell signals because of this last little burst here. So if the bears can get it through, because you can see this is price support right here too. Let me make this a little bit bigger for you. So you can see right here, this was price support. So where the bulls stepped in to hold it made sense. And this really could be, 1, 2, 3, and then we just made an A, B, C, 4, and now we're coming back up. That makes perfect sense. Like I said, I'm really not even trying to guess whether we need to make new highs or not. We take things on a day-to-day basis, but I think for the longer term, like where we're looking to pick up the quantum stocks, you want to make sure that the market's going to continue higher because they have outpaced the market by a ton on the upside, and guess what? They outpace it on the downside too. So that's why, we want to be patient with this. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that would be your wave 5 of 5, and that's where the bigger pullback would come from. Now, just taking a look at our fib numbers here, you can see coming from these lows here to the highs that we made here, we just made it down to the 23% retracement. That's where buyers stepped in. We caught a lot of bears right here, and really bears as well as they washed out the weak longs right here, because everybody who's looking at this probably putting their stops right here. So once they took that out, everybody got washed out, and then this was what happened next. But we had some bearish divergences up here. We did get the pullback. How they're going to respond, I know NVIDIA beat earnings. They were up like 3%. It's really kind of a non-event. It wasn't anything that was major. Maybe they're just waiting for the conference call on that. We'll have to wait and see. I thought it was going to be having a little bit more of an impact. But tomorrow we have jobless claims, I believe, and I'm not sure what the other one is. I think it's PCI. I'm not sure. But in any case, CPI. So if the bears can get it through this support right here, the next line should be somewhere right around this 58.27. And as I showed you with the wicks, is actually looking for it to come back down to the 57.97 level. If they hold it, then again, we're just looking at the highs the all-time highs that we made, and we'd be, looking for that wave 5. So just under what we want to do is just measure from this move from here. You can see we almost made it down to the 38% retracement. If we make it down to the 50%, you're going to see 58.50 in play. And if we're going to come down and close the gap, or what the wicks are suggesting, then we're coming back to the 58.03. Now, I just want to show you the charts that the members look at so you can get an idea. Hang on one second. Okay, so here's a chart of IWM, because that's what we've been trading. It's been the best bang for the buck. The options are really cheap, so we can take the strangle trades, and they're making pretty big moves, and we're doing pretty good. But this is your reversal bar. That's what they put on. I don't really pay attention to these. These are all these indicators are they're all automated. It's AI, and really the way it works is. So again, I may take these reversal ones off because they give too many false signals. But this right here happens when this is in RSI with the SAR. So once it turns bullish, you're going to get this diamond. And if it's a big diamond, then it means it should kick up. I like using these white dots. And I think I'm not really quite sure what it actually comes from on it. But in any case, these seem to be whenever you see one of the white dots appear, and they usually appear within the candle. It's not like you have to wait 3 candles before it happens, but that's where the bigger moves are coming. And again, these are all shared in the room. So, and I've asked them if they want me to put in stocks or anything like that. But and in any case, you can see when we get these, so this is just your sell signal here. Here's your red dot, red triangle, diamond. That's it. But you can see, but there's also another piece of this. Hang on one second. Okay, so this is a spider's chart now. And really what I want to show you is, hang on one second. Okay, so these are these little things. These are block trades. So it's all, again, everything is automated on it. So here you're saying it's showing you got a bearish divergence in place right here. We did get a drop. But then you can see this is it's a smart RSI, and it's a machine learning on it. So basically when you get the green line here, this was the gap up, you really just stay long until all of a sudden you start seeing sell signals or bearish divergences. And again, everything is automated on this. So it works out. I really do like it a lot. And it makes trades a lot easier. It tells you which way the trend is going. It actually gives you price targets. So this is where it's saying the entry was for the short. And the first target was 58.61. Second one was 587.42. And the third is 586.24. Now, if it goes into a bullish one, then it's going to go to a buy, and it's going to give you upside targets. So let me see if I change. No, I can't do that on it. But I just wanted to give you a basic idea of what this is and how it works. And I really enjoy trading off of it. It really gives you a lot more confidence with things because when you see, say this is the MACD, it's another smart MACD on it that's turning. You can see this is turning before price is, and it comes down. It's turning before price moves up, and it get a bounce up. So they're really kind of neat indicators that are all here. I'm actually just working getting that the GAN stuff on there. The timing, I've had a little issues with payment with them because where the software where I have to buy it from, but I will have that on as well. But in any case, this is it. This is what you guys get to look at. We put out the trade alerts in there, and honestly, we've had a bunch of people coming into the room, so I'm gonna probably shut it down. It could be any time, but I'm gonna be traveling soon. So once I'm about to head out, I'm gonna shut that down, and whoever's in is in, because like I said, yesterday we made 2,800. Today was 1,200, and they're not like you're risking a ton of money on these. This is today's trade was $990. If you just held on to everything with the IWM and didn't trade in and out of the put side, you made $800. If you traded out, because I told them when it was at that, hang on one second, let me pause. Okay, yeah. So when we started, what I put in the room is that once we get through the 205.90, that I'm gonna take half of the put side off. Now remember, we got it all the way up here. We did the 207 puts and the 208 calls, so we were up a lot here. We got the signal. That's why I took some of the profits off there. And then once we got this short signal again and we started seeing everything turning, I bought those puts back, and we ended up being able to do very well with it. So both sides of it, we did it good. Things worked out great, and that's really the way it works. So if you're interested, if the payment is too much on it and you need to break it up, send me an email. I've done that for somebody else. But in any case, let's see if NVIDIA earnings spark up the market tomorrow, and they can get through those the economic numbers that we have. So with that, have a great night, and I'll talk to you guys in the morning.